This broadcast of the DDBBL on PTV Channel O and Power FM Special Events is brought to you by HM Mechanical in association with Aidacare, Smart Move Conveyancing and Live Wired Electrical.
Good morning and welcome to the 2022 Murdoch Lawyers DDBBL. We're here this morning at Captain Cook 7. We've got the Aidacare Aztecs taking on the Hip Pocket Rockets. There's a change in the bowling. We've got Hayden from the Super Rooster end. He'll be bowling to Blake Anderson. And we've got Luke at the other end. We're out of the power play here, so there's spread field, deep cover, long on, long off, deep mid-wicket. Nice fresh morning this morning. Played down to short third man by Blake. Quite a quick outfield here at Captain Cook 7 this morning. The Aztecs captained by Kieran Gibbs this year. Oh, uppishly played. There's a little bit in this pitch for the bowlers. Big expansive shot from Blake down to deep cover for a single. Left-handed Neil's on strike. Nice shot for one, down to long on. Good dot to finish the over. Need to find the scoreboard here at Captain Cook. Oh, good. Looks like Nick O'Neill's going to continue from the town end of Captain Cook 7 here. Nicely tucked around the corner there by Neil for a single. have only lost 1 wicket so far. They're building a steady partnership, Anderson and Neil. That was fairly upishly played into the bike tracks here at Captain Cook 7. I think Blake likes the look of this bowler. That's Anderson gone. Nick O'Neill picks up the second wicket for the Aztecs, caught down at deep square leg by Harry Engel. Nice little clip off his legs, but just wasn't far enough. Anderson trudges off, thinking about what could have been. How's that going for you, mate? Button on the top there. There you go, you should be live and
local.
kicking. We're joined here by, what's your title, mate? Deputy Commissioner Anderson?
Deputy Commissioner will do.
That sounds great. Have you been to a morning of cricket that started off this cold?
Not for a while, but it is notorious for this time of year, isn't it, around this area? But yeah, the boys are braving it with their t-shirts.
Yeah, they all look good in their new kits.
Actually, sorry, mate.
Both teams have new playing kits this year.
Yeah, I like the effort that goes into actually that part of the tournament is really good. It sort of adds that little bit of a spectacle to it.
O'Neill coming in to bowl to the new batter.
Now, Dan, there's a question, was it a prerequisite that you had so many mullets in the team this year?
Yeah, there's a few boys with a lot of hair, isn't there? It's the trend thing, the Ryan Pappenhouse look we call it.
Need to support a bit of shaving there over the years to get the true Pappenhouse. Yeah, there's a big mane there to be something to be proud of.
You reckon you'd tie it back, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't have that problem with the hair getting in my eyes.
Even when you were younger, mate, do you reckon if you woke up of a morning and had all that hair flowing over your face?
Remus does recall when I used to bat with a mullet, and he does often bring it out, but I can't clearly remember it.
The end of the over. Successful one for the Aztecs, with O'Neill picking up the wicket of Blake Anderson, a prize scalp, one would say. The legs of the chair just started sinking into the soil a bit.
There's a bit of an issue in the commentary box. Just had a bit of a blowout. Dan Borrow's chair in the commentary box. Who's on the bowl here, Dan? Hayden Clyde.
Yeah, local.
Oh, okay. It's a country pick, isn't it?
That chair's not going to come mustard.
There's another one of these there.
Not going into it. You know.
can't get through there.
Nice single down to long off. Need to work out who this new batter is too. Number 3 looks pretty solid, right hand batter. Well bowled by Clindon. Little dot from Luke Neal, captain of the Hip Pocket Rockets this season. Been quiet over this one from the Rockets. We're looking to up the tempo. Looks like they're happy to just consolidate singles after losing that wicket of Anderson last over.
Lukey Neal's just easing into his work.
He's a quality left-hand top order bat, isn't he? He'll be the guy that the Rockets look to build their complete innings around. Oh.
Bad effort by Kieran.
It was fully horizontal there, Kieran.
No, the Aztecs might rue that drop chance they had earlier on. Dan.
It was a sharp one, that one too. O'Neill on to bowl his third over from the city end. So we've named the bar in the city end and the other in the super.
Sounds very cool.
Anyone who's played cricket in Toowoomba at Captain Cook Ovals.
Village.
How we going? We got full sound.
Looks short and dispatched appropriately.
So we got the Grammar Blazers and the Rockscare Night Riders on Captain Cook 6. Any update on score over there?
No.
Oh, that was
I did get a chance to look at it before I come over, actually. Summons to the commentary box I was.
Thanks, mate. It's always easier commentating with the second person.
Oh, I'd be disappointed with that. That should have been dispatched the same way as the previous delivery.
Just one little leg by there. They all add up.
So we've got the left-hander on strike here now, so we've a little bit of a field change going on. Ooh.
Cute from Luke Neal.
Yes.
Nearly chopped it back onto his stumps.
Be a handy wicket. Just coming around the wicket the loop there. Change of line.
It's probably a good tactic. A fair bit of grass on this wicket. Nice shot from Luke.
Yeah, that was a quality shot there. That ball was just drifting into the leg stump and he obviously helped it on its way.
Important boundary to end the over for the Rockets. I know that's something we've talked about as the Aztecs, that a boundary to start the over and a boundary to end the over is always important.
Unfortunately, the Aztecs are missing a few players for the first round, Dan.
There's a couple, we've got a few international players. Watson, he flew back to England earlier this morning. His plane got delayed. Andre, our big Zimbabwean import, he flies into the country today as well.
Injury?
A couple of sneaky injuries as well.
Short term?
Yep. We should have a full deck of cards by next week. Luke Pollock's coming on from the Super Easter end.
Quality athlete, Luke Pollock. He puts his heart and soul into his work.
He's a very three-dimensional player. Great top-order batsman. Handy little medium pacer and an outstanding fielder.
Yes, I've still got images of him taking the catch and gutting there.
There's probably still a divot in the outfield as well.
It was magnificent. Yeah, right in front of the crowd. It was very well positioned too.
Lukey Neal missed out there. Nice little full toss that he hit straight to cover.
Just a wide delivery down leg side to the left-hander there from Luke.
He probably missed out there as well. There's a short fine leg and then nothing until mid-wicket, so there's only one guy there that he had to beat for a significant amount of runs, but gets the ball over again. Great shot for a single, down to long off.
There's certainly plenty of room on the leg side for the lefty. Bit of a field change back for the right-hander now. A little bit short, and he's dispatched it.
Oh, look out the cars.
Yeah, nice shot over square leg. Lukey's having trouble with his line here, Dan, just a little bit. Is this his first over?
Second over, first game of the season though. They turned him around. He was on at the city end, and he's come back to the Super Easter end. So change of ends. We pick up a wicket now. We've just put it on him.
With that, he's saying he's a quality sportsman, quality cricketer, so they'll bounce back. Better delivery.
Good finish to the over from Luke there. He went for plenty.
Paul's not happy with himself, but that's to be expected. Let's see what Kieran Gibbs is going to do here. Bit of a change up again.
Yeah, it looks like young Harrison Sipple's coming on to bowl from the city end. He was the Aztecs free under 18 pick in the draft. Hails from the Redgate area.
Redgate.
So Redgate's up near Mergen.
Okay. So we have got a bit of an issue with the crosswind, so you might be picking it up on the mic, but unfortunately, a bit breezy out here today. Maybe we can change your direction a little bit.
If we sit backwards, maybe the wind won't be so bad. But it's probably blowing, 30 kilometres southwesterlies at the moment in Toowoomba. It's a typical cold, windy Toowoomba day. That's upish. And that's a wicket for Harry Sipple.
Yeah, well done, Harry. Good wicket, guys. You just didn't get quite enough onto it to clear the fence.
Replay thanks to Smart Move Conveyancing. He tried to hoik that straight over the shed, but no power in the shot. Well taken by number 2, Harry Engel. That's the 3rd wicket down for the Rockets.
Chance for the Aztecs to make a bit of inroads here. Obviously the Rockets are looking to put the accelerator down a little bit at this part of their innings, but
Yeah, it looks like the spin bowlers are going to come into their own. I think that was something that every team picks strategically on, having a couple of really good slow spin bowlers in their side.
and these wickets early in the season too, Dan, I think that it's fairly conducive to that sort of pace-off bowling.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of grass on these wickets in Toowoomba.
It's not necessarily the reward for the guys that are really trying to bang it in early. As I said, with plenty of good cover on the pitch at the moment, so
Yeah, who would be a fast bowler?
yes, sounds like a lot of hard work to me.
And so when T20 first came in, Tony, everyone spoke about it being the death of slow bowling. It's probably been the opposite, hasn't it?
I certainly agree. I think slow bowlers have got a big role to play. Pace-off bowling's a big part of our rep strategy from this region, and it's done us or served us proud in the last few years as well.
Looks like there's a bit of grip and bounce there from Sybil.
The batsmen are just going to have to work a little bit harder now to get the ball through the ring. A good cover of grass on the field due to the rain we've had all winter.
Yeah, it'd be a good time to have a crop of sorghum or something in, wouldn't it?
Wheat's the go. We're actually we've got plenty of our regional farmers have got wheat in at the moment, barley.
Another steep bouncing delivery from Sybil.
Yeah, it seemed to jump a bit, didn't it? It sort of got a bit large on Luke, and he sort of couldn't really do much with it. A bit short and wide. He's actually got it through the gap at point. Is it going to run away there, Dan?
No, there's a fielder out there.
Just can't see for the tent.
And they came back for 3 there, so good running from the Rockets.
Yeah, he concentrated more just making the gap there, didn't he?
Fast outfield, let the ball run down there to deep third man.
A little bit short again, Sipple. Has he taken the catch?
He sure has.
He just got his fingers under the ball, Gibbsy.
Might have another look at that one for Smart Move Conveyancing. Short delivery, Hallis has pulled it straight to Kieran Gibbs at mid-wicket. Kieran doesn't drop those ones, although he looks pretty stiff at the moment.
Yeah, it caught him off surprise, didn't it?
That's the 4th wicket down.
Matty Hallis is out.
Hallis is gone and looks like the new batsman, Samal Shah.
Could be a few fireworks here, Dan. The Aztec boys will want Hamel Shah out early.
Yeah, he's known to go large, Amal. A university stalwart here in Toowoomba cricket. Seems like he's been around for about 25 years.
Yeah, he goes down as probably my pick as the happiest player in Toowoomba cricket.
Absolutely.
He's quite a jovial fellow. Always happy to see you. Always says g'day.
And by my reckoning, I reckon this is his third franchise he's played for. So he moves around a bit.
Yeah. Obviously, all the franchises see value in the player. He's quite exciting.
Pollock's on for his third over.
It's a better length from Pollock, just a little bit wide.
Bit stiff on that wide call. Great shot.
Oh, straight to the field. It's a good placement down there. Good field position. Can't argue with that really if you're bowling full and straight.
It's pretty hard to get underneath that ball and get it over the top of that fielder, so let's see what Hamal does with his first delivery. Are you back on a ramp shot first up?
Anything's to go here. No, I reckon a cheeky little leg glance. Oh,
It's nearly gone back onto his stumps.
ball seemed to do a little bit. Maybe a bit off the deck there, Dean.
Yeah, Luke's got a few different deliveries in his arsenal, so wouldn't be surprised if he didn't roll his fingers over that one and just beat Hamal.
Oh, quick single. A bit indecision there from batsman and fielder, I think.
Probably hit it to the oldest bloke on the field, our opening bowler Will.
Now, Will's got a bit of a history, Justin informs me.
Yeah, he played a bit of rep cricket when he was younger. He's now plying his trade at the Laidley Blue Dogs.
Okay. Now Luke certainly does want to strain the leg stump here with Luke Neal at the crease. There's plenty of room on the leg side.
Full and straight.
You can try and push for two. The misfield allows them to get it.
Good pressure from the batters.
Short. Is it?
There's a man there. Sipple's taking the
Oh,
catch. Comfortable
great.
catch on the boundary.
You can almost set up for the 3-card trick there, Dan. He's just sort of got under it a little bit too much, but it didn't make over the boundary. Sort of made straight to the boundary.
Straight to the man. He didn't have to move a muscle on the boundary there, Harry Sipple. Comfortable catch. Luke Neal's got to go. It's 5 down for the Rockets.
It's a big wicket for the Aztecs.
Yeah, absolutely. Luke was always identified as the key man to get. He's replaced by Ben Brochery.
And Benny's got a bit of a reputation to whack 'em.
Looks like he's been in a good paddock as well.
The off season. That's a killer.
So the man who just took that outfield catch, Harry Sipples, on to bowl again.
He's in the game at the moment. That was was a good catch. There's no doubt about it.
The bounce that he's getting, they'll nearly be up around Hamar's lid, won't they?
Just as well he is called for the helmet or taking the helmet as an option. Well, he threw that one up a little bit, Dan.
He's got a really good action for a young fella. Putting a lot of rip on the ball.
Oh, there's a chance. Half a chance. Leading edge of Hamel Shah's gone over Harry Sipple. I wonder if Harry's done his trade in the dairy like the rest of the Sipples.
From what I've heard, he steers well clear of the dairy, mate.
Okay.
He saw the accident that happened to Jared and decided he's off.
Yeah. Who'd have thought you could do an ACL in the dairy? Like it,
That's popped out.
that's disappointing. Is our local chef, punter?
Yeah, just as his elbows hit the ground, that was Brochery's first ball.
Paulie Locker would be dirty at that. Our chefs usually have good hands. Didn't show it on that occasion though, Dan.
No, that looked like a couple of eggs cracking, didn't it?
It did. Oh, another slightly loose shot. Ben's Brocheries looks like he's showing his intention early.
Yeah, he's not here to muck around, that's
No.
for sure.
There's a lot
That's
of
the look of Sipple.
backs himself. There's a lot of looking at the stars or the clouds that come at him. Oh, Hamill missed an opportunity there too.
Good over from Sipple.
So do we know the details on the ACL and the dairy incident? Like, has it been an inquiry?
No, but I reckon by the end of the day we might find out. I think he was getting out of the way of a heifer, or
He zigged when he should have zagged.
absolutely. Might have been a bit of a slippery underfoot.
Conditions. Yeah,
But-
slippery wicket.
You know, if you know the Sipples like I do, when they're on the dairy, they're very barefooted.
Perhaps they like that feeling of that material between their toes.
Keeps them warm.
I suppose you got an 800 kilo heifer. I think they've got right away.
Yeah, I probably would have done more than the ACL. Pollock's on again from the Super Rooster end.
That was a good line, good length there. A lot more delivery we need out of Luke.
It'll be interesting how the Rockets go from here. They're 5 down. They've got some hitters left in the sheds.
Oh, well bowled. Hamill was going downtown. Unfortunately, the only place he's going was out in the shed.
Absolutely, that was the old you miss I hit trick, wasn't it? Replay hitters, thanks to Smart Move Conveyancing. One hand came off the bat. Amar was looking to put that into Super Roosters car park.
Yes, Hamill's obviously disappointed. That was a good delivery by Luke. Straight, full. We talk about it all the time.
Really hard to get on that. And Amar was on the charge, so made it even more difficult for himself.
And this would be Brandon Walker, a la Cody. He's a little bit offended because I did call him Cody this morning,
Or did
but they're both the same height, 3'6".
Yep.
Little pocket rocket, Brandon.
Both wearing wicket-keeping pads to bat in.
Absolutely. In my defence, it's pretty easy to mix them up.
Yeah. Talking about hair, has Cody still got long hair?
Well, I haven't laid my eyes on the proper code, but Brandon looks like he's had the short back and sides, but he's sporting the mo.
Yeah, right, okay.
just a tickle around the leg side. There.
So do you reckon Kieran's saved himself? He hasn't come on to bowl yet, the captain. Number 15 standing there. Just leading the troops around.
Yeah, Gibbsy's easing himself into his season, I think. It's a bit of a surprise though. He usually likes to get the ball in the mitt. And there's a chance on here.
That's straight up the chimney.
Oh, Gibb would be disappointed with that. He looked a bit stiff and slow to get there, the big fella.
Yeah, he doesn't look 100%, Kieran. Might have been out at the Food and Wine Festival last night.
Well, he heard the Shantuzis and Pseudo Echo were on last, so I imagine Gibber was there to the end. Going and I saw Ali Fowler at the restaurant after the gig. She doesn't look like she's changed at all.
Now, mate, I'm a bit young for that, so you'll have to just explain, because I reckon half the audience are going to probably be questioning fielding Kieran.
Yeah, my answer is just hop on Google.
Right.
Google Shantuzis.
You want to give us a bit of a rendition?
Oh, I couldn't do the song justice, mate, and I'm probably half a carton short of where I need to be.
It's only early. Alright, back to the cricket. Sipple's back on. He'll be bowling to Ben Brochery. He had him in a bit of trouble last over.
It's fair to say Benny's given plenty of opportunities. There's no reason to think that that's not going to continue. Doesn't look like his feet are moving terribly well there, Dan. He's struggling a little bit. It is early.
Could be the first hit of the season, you reckon?
I'd say so. Right, short.
There's 2 men out there.
Almost one in, one bounce, was it?
It was.
Yeah.
How are we going with the score card, Barry? We got a score update yet?
I might do a run.
Slip one to Walker. Bit of hesitation there.
Says
14 or 15.
Alright, so 4 overs to go after this. A couple of wides there from Sipple.
Yes, if I can get this app to open up, we should be able to get our score.
Good end to the over. There we go, the moment we've all been waiting for. Captain's brought himself on the bowl. And at the same time Kieran's brought himself onto bowl, the wind's stopped.
Oh no, we might have a little bit of around the grounds. Well, it doesn't seem to be uploading at the moment. I have to put an official complaint into our regional tech guru, or in-house DDBBL guru, Clayton Faulkner.
Yeah, let me know how that goes. That was an expensive shot by Brochery.
A little bit short from Gibbsy. These last 4 overs will really tell a story as far as the Aztecs are concerned. If they can contain these lads, they've done fairly well so far, we'd have to think, Dean.
I think from the start that the Roberts got, the Aztecs can keep them under 150 from here.
That's about a length from Kieran Gibbs. Pressure's on for 2, it's good fielding, it's just a single. So I must admit, Kieran, bowling a little bit late. Dan, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just think he must have felt like the other couple of young off-spinners were there to do the job. It's good to see him. Oh, there could have nearly been a run out there if he had a shy. Yeah, good to see Kieran trusting young Harry Sipple and Nick O'Neill with the ball.
I suppose the other way to look at it is Kieran's backed himself to finish the innings. He's put his hand up there to really just finish it off, hopefully appropriately for the Aztec side.
Yeah, definitely shows his experience. Either that or he didn't want to bowl to Blake and Luke when they were pogoing balls over the boundary.
Yes, well, that's captain's privilege, isn't it? I think very much from the hip pocket point of view, I think Brandon's going to nudge him around a little bit, rotate the strike, and I think Benny Brochery's still going to be wielding the axe.
Yeah, Ben showed his intent early. He's not going to stick around and nudge these. He'll be looking for maximums here.
Yep, I would think that Benny's intent's fairly clear, like we say. He looks right at home with an axe in his hand. He could be a lumberjack.
Right colours for it anyway, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, Brando's gone big.
There's 2 men out there, but he's found the gap.
Just a 9-iron right in the middle of the 2 fielders. Well placed, you could say. He's got that 3 covers there, Brandon, just for the single.
Oh, another big swing.
Alright, see what Brando's going to do. He seems to be putting the foot down a little bit. Short. Turns through the square leg. Well picked up.
Good fielding out there, deep back at square.
Now, I get the mullets mixed up. Is that Harry?
It's Harry Engel, yep.
Harry Engel.
He's got his mullet tied up
Okay.
in the man bun.
The man bun, sporting almost like a ponytail.
That'll bring the crowds back.
Oh, it's doing it in the AFL and NRL circles, isn't it? Brando's going big. It hasn't got the legs. Taking the catch. Who's the other mullet man out there? Is that Harry?
That's Nick O'Neill, number 4.
Oh, there's got to be a law about two guys looking exactly the same on the field.
Yeah, we actually made one of them tie his hair up so we could tell them apart. So Brandon Walker's got to go.
That's a bit disappointing for Brando. He's sort of just starting to put the foot down, but he just didn't get enough wood on it. Holes out in the deep. The yellow helmet. The yellow.
Old. Number 93 walks to the middle. Gav Steger, sporting his red outfit with a yellow lid.
Yes, it is brave. So what's Gav going to do? I think Gav's going to go hard right from the word go. Don't you think,
Yeah,
Dean?
he knows no other way.
I think
Gav's been around Toowoomba cricket for a long time. He's played a lot with and against Kieran. And he'll, you know, they're good mates off the field, so he'll want to get one up on Kieran for sure.
a bit of rivalry here. Not a lot of time for a cider, but nonetheless, we'll
I
see.
reckon that Hastings Deering cat sign might be in for a bit of trouble here over cover. Gav can loop one up over cover.
Oh, just poked down to, well, I was going to say third man, but the keeper ended up stopping it. I'm glad you mentioned Cat. Actually, the Hastings Deering team on board again this year as part of the DDBBL.
It's always great to have these sponsors on board.
Oh, absolutely. Like, we don't have a comp without it. Oh, there's a wicket.
Well taken, keeper. Sam Healy's pulled off on the second grab.
On the second grab, yeah. He just got a faint edge on that. The ball was just obviously turning away from the left-hander. He's got a snick on it, and the keeper made it look quite challenging, but in the end he held it.
Good gloves. Replay thanks to Smart Move Conveyancing.
Yes, the Rockets didn't need that. Trying to come over the wet sail, but they're losing wickets here.
Number 43's out in the middle now. Cheatley, I believe. He's run out there quicker than I've ever seen someone get to the middle.
Good bowling. The run out may have been on, just a fumble from covers.
Good run pressure from the batters though.
Yes. It was an early call. He was on his bike.
Now Tane, it's only early here in the Murdoch Lawyers Darling Downs Bush Bash League.
It is a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
It is. We've got a great crowd here early. I think that's probably
Oh, sorry, Dean.
running there from the Hip Pocket Rockets. I think that's one of the most important things that the Darling Downs Bush Bash League has done, is bring the crowds to local cricket.
Yeah, thanks, Dean. I think the concept always was about trying to freshen up a different aspect of the game. We think the opportunity for players to play with different groups of people is imperative for the game. We have an opportunity to have, you know, clubs are very strong in Toowoomba cricket, but it's nice to have a competition where clubs
Well run.
are not really part of a competition, if you like, that it's actually a bit separate from that. And our sponsors, including yourself, obviously, with Aidacare and the guys from Hip Pocket, obviously Live Wire. We've got the guys from Lockyer, Ian O'Brien, Lance Pollock. We've got our RobScan people, Grammar Blazers. Like, it's been tremendous that they've actually seen the concept for what it is and have stuck with us, and we just hope it continues to be part of the Toowoomba cricket landscape.
So that's the end of the Hip Pockets innings. Without a scoreboard in front of me, I'm saying 6 for 130.
It's a good pick. I wish the app was updating, but I'm going to have to. Kent Remus is walking past. Kent, can you see this scoreboard, please, mate? Where you've got an app issue. Remo's very diligent. Oh, really? 142 at the end of innings. 142.
Alright, so the Aztecs have got a bit of chasing to do. 142 on the board from the Rockets. A good start. Don't worry, it feels like we're in a call centre, mate.
Interesting. 142. Reasonable total. I would suspect Aidacare would be quite comfortable with that chase, Dan, do you think?
Yeah, the Aztecs have the batting lineup to chase anything, but, you know, runs on the board, alright, so it's now their job to go out there and chase this down. Alright, we'll be back shortly after a couple of comments.
Whether you're a classic car enthusiast, own a high-performance vehicle, or you want your everyday drive or bike looked after, HM Mechanical has all your mechanical needs covered. From repairs and servicing, restorations, tune-ups and roadworthy certificates, you'll get honest, reliable and affordable service from HM Mechanical. They're located at 509 South Street, Toowoomba. Call them on 4632 8288 or find them on the web at hmmechanical.com.au. Book your pride and joy in with HM Mechanical and experience peace of mind motoring.
Smart Move Conveyancing have been helping people make their property dreams come true for over 25 years. With Smart Move, our specialised team will handle your property transaction from contract signing through to settlement and celebration. They are Toowoomba's digital conveyancing service with a personal approach. With some of the region's most experienced conveyancing managers, our team have seen it all, so you can be assured of a stress-free experience. Get your quote today and let's make your property dream a reality. Search Smart Move Conveyancing to find out more.
Looking for exposure for your next event or function? Take your next community event, training seminar, sports event, official opening, function, concert or exhibition live to the world with PTV Channel O and Power FM's unique live simulcast. We can turn your next local event into a worldwide sensation for a fraction of what you would expect to pay. No matter what the event, PTV Channel O and Power FM can take your message to our audience. Invite the world to your party by phoning 0431 390 920 or email feedback@ptvchannelo.com.
Power FM is total entertainment. From the morning drive with Fiona and Jeff to the drive home with Jeff Black. On the weekends, catch the Crazy Kevin Show, Dennis Mitchell's Breakfast with the Beatles, the Semi-Pro Sports Show, and Racing Nation with James O'Shea, plus the music you grew up with. Keep your radio dial locked on Toowoomba's Power FM, celebrating 10 years. You'll find us at 88.0 on the FM dial or online at www.powerfmradio.com.au.
Catch up on all the latest news, sport and entertainment from around the region on Toowoomba's own online television station, PTV Channel O, home of the TRL Footy Show. Find us at ptvchannelo.com or take us with you by downloading the PTV Channel O app. Discover a whole new world of entertainment at www.ptvchannelo.com.
Whether you're a classic car enthusiast, own a high-performance vehicle, or you want your everyday drive or bike looked after, HM Mechanical. Whether you're a classic car enthusiast, own a high-performance vehicle, or you want your everyday drive or bike looked after, HM Mechanical has all your mechanical needs covered. From repairs and servicing, restorations, tune-ups and roadworthy certificates, you'll get honest, reliable and affordable service from HM Mechanical. They're located at 509 South Street, Toowoomba. Call them on 4632 8288 or find them on the web at hmmechanical.com.au. Book your pride and joy in with HM Mechanical and experience peace of mind motoring. Whether you're a classic car enthusiast, own a high-performance vehicle, or you want your everyday drive or bike looked after, HM Mechanical has all your mechanical needs covered. From repairs and servicing, restorations, tune-ups and roadworthy certificates, you'll get honest, reliable and affordable service from HM Mechanical. They're located at 509 South Street, Toowoomba. Call them on 4632-8288 or find them on the web at hmmechanical.com.au. Book your pride and joy in with HM Mechanical and experience peace of mind motoring.
Smart Move Conveyancing have been helping people make their property dreams come true for over 25 years. With Smart Move, our specialised team will handle your property transaction from contract signing through to settlement and celebration. They are Toowoomba's digital conveyancing service with a personal approach. With some of the region's most experienced conveyancing managers, our team have seen it all, so you can be assured of a stress-free experience. Get your quote today and let's make your property dream a reality. Search Smart Move Conveyancing to find out more.
Looking for exposure for your next event or function? Take your next community event, training seminar, sports event, official opening, function, concert or exhibition live to the world with PTV Channel O and Power FM's unique live simulcast. We can turn your next local event into a worldwide sensation for a fraction of what you would expect to pay. No matter what the event, PTV Channel O and Power FM can take your message to our audience. Invite the world to your party by phoning 0431 390 920 or email feedback@ptvchannelo.com.
Power FM is total entertainment. From the morning drive with Fiona and Jeff to the drive home with Jeff Black. On the weekends, catch the Crazy Kevin Show, Dennis Mitchell's Breakfast with the Beatles, the Semi-Pro Sports Show, and Racing Nation with James O'Shea, plus the music you grew up with. Keep your radio dial locked on Toowoomba's Power FM, celebrating 10 years. You'll find us at 88.0 on the FM dial or online at www.powerfmradio.com.au.
Catch up on all the latest news, sport and entertainment from around the region on Toowoomba's own online television station, PTV Channel O, home of the TRL Footy Show. Find us at ptvchannelo.com or take us with you by downloading the PTV Channel O app. Discover a whole new world of entertainment at www.ptvchannelo.com.
Whether you're a classic car enthusiast, own a high-performance vehicle, or you want your everyday drive or bike looked after, HM Mechanical has all your mechanical needs covered. From repairs and servicing, restorations, tune-ups and roadworthy certificates, you'll get honest, reliable and affordable service from HM Mechanical. They're located at 509 South Street, Toowoomba. Call them on 4632-8288 or find them on the web at hmmechanical.com.au. Book your pride and joy in with HM Mechanical and experience peace of mind motoring.
Smart Move Conveyancing have been helping people make their property dreams come true for over 25 years. With Smart Move, our specialised team will handle your property transaction from contract signing through to settlement and celebration. They are Toowoomba's digital conveyancing service with a personal approach. With some of the region's most experienced conveyancing managers, our team have seen it all, so you can be assured of a stress-free experience. Get your quote today and let's make your property dream a reality. Search Smart Move Conveyancing to find out more.
Looking for exposure for your next event or function? Take your next community event, training seminar, sports event, official opening, function, concert or exhibition live to the world with PTV Channel O and Power FM's unique live simulcast. We can turn your next local event into a worldwide sensation for a fraction of what you would expect to pay. No matter what the event, PTV Channel O and Power FM can take your message to our audience. Invite the world to your party by phoning 0431 390 920 or email feedback@ptvchannelo.com.
Welcome back to the second innings here at Murdoch Lawyers DDBBL, brought to you live on PTV Channel O. We're the Aztecs versus the Rockets here, and the Aztecs have come into bat. We've got Chris Wilson and Todd Anderson. And it looks like Sean McCarthy, the evergreen stalwart of Toowoomba cricket, taking the new ball.
Who we got on strike there, mate?
That is Chris Wilson.
Chris Wilson on strike.
Barely ring field. We've got a deep square leg and a long on for Chris. I haven't seen him nurdle him off his pads and beat fine leg, obviously.
Chris clearly cricketer from down the Ipswich way, and Shawnee McCarthy to bowl.
It's a very interesting story, this one, with Chris. So he actually won the premiership with the Hip Pocket Rockets in our last edition of the Murdoch Lawyers DDBBL.
Okay. That's an interesting fact which I've overlooked there, Dean.
It's hard for me to overlook that one, Tony. In the grand final of the last edition, Chris smacked the Aztecs for plenty, so...
Oh, the ball has gone high, top edge.
Take some catching.
Didn't look comfortable, did he? Plenty of height on it, clean top edge.
Replay here, thanks to Smart Move Conveyancing.
Bit of wind up there might be taking an effect as well.
Absolutely.
Affecting us in the commentary box as well.
Yep, not only is the wind rustling through the microphone, it's rustling through the long hair of most of the Aztecs players.
Yeah, it'd be hard to hear the directions from Kieran Gibbs on the paddock there earlier with that amount of white noise.
So Anderson on strike. He'll still be looking to build a partnership early.
Shawnee McCarthy bang on target as you'd expect, line and length. Tell us about this young bloke, Dean.
So Todd Anderson, he plays down in Ipswich first grade cricket. So don't ask me who he plays for, mate. I'll find out by the probably round 4 or 5.
It's good to see these young fellas playing from other regions or other zones. Just worked it off his hip.
Tickle. Good fielding.
Great fielding, actually.
Both of these guys have played previously up in Toowoomba through the Harding Marsden Shield, where the finest Toowoomba A-grade cricketers play the finest Ipswich A-grade cricketers. So they should know these conditions.
Yes, traditionally, obviously, the Toowoomba pitch is a little bit slower, a little bit slower and lower than the Ipswich decks, but different type of batting required, different type of bowling. Shawnee McCarthy bang on target, quick single there, and a direct hit would have seen Chris Wilson walking.
Absolutely.
It was a good pick up and throw. I think Chris had sort of come to the conclusion if he'd hit, he was gone.
Yeah, he was out by the length of the pitch then if the fielder hit then.
Wasn't the traditional calls of yes, no, neither. Working off the hip again, just for the single.
I think that's all they need to do with Sean. You know, we all have recognised that Sean is their premier bowler. Yep, 4, 5, 6 runs off him in his overs. Work the rest of the bowlers over.
I think the lesson that a lot of cricketers could take from Sean is the fact that he gets into his work very quickly in his bowling spell. He's, you know, you don't often see him throw up a few looseners before he gets there, and he's our latest or our last Mr. Cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it safe to say he's the James Anderson of Toowoomba cricket?
I think that's fair. Actually,
He's probably played about as many games as Jimmy Anderson, hasn't he?
I think he could have played more. No, his performance last year in the rep stuff at Schaefer was quite memorable. Maryborough was vintage. He bowled us to victory basically against the Gold Coast. I think it was the second day, won us the Schaefer Shield, top bloke.
Now, I don't know whether you've just picked up what happened then. So Matt Hallis has come on from the chicken shop end, and he's been called as a no ball for front foot, hasn't delivered the ball, held onto it.
Interesting call. It's actually, and more interesting so, Dan, Matty Hallis bowling. Haven't seen a lot of him late.
Must be fully fit.
Obviously, early in the season, no niggles. He's obviously feeling up to a bowling stint. Admittedly, it's only 4 overs in this competition, but Matty hasn't done a lot of bowling that I've seen in recent years. That's short and wide and dealt with.
Good shot by Anderson.
It was a cracking shot.
Uppishly played over backward point for 4.
He just decided to get up and under it, and away it went. And yeah, it was good to watch.
Use the pace. Let the ball do the rest of the work on the fast outfield here at Captain Cook.
Yeah, Matty's going to have to find a full length in that, or he'll chase a bit more leather. Worked off the hip again. Was it going through square?
There's no one out there, but that'll pull up.
Just the 2. No, these batsmen from below the range and not how would you say unused to the fact that the ball gets up a bit, and happy to play the flat bat shots. Oh, that was a good delivery by Matt.
Yeah, really good comeback from Hallis.
Just had him reaching forward there. Obviously left him a bit, or he played down the wrong line. It was a good delivery.
Probably in the Damien Fleming corridor of uncertainty, isn't it?
Oh, you haven't apprehension. Hallis the bowl. Oh, beaten again. Just walked through the shot there a little bit.
In 2 minds, probably wants to be aggressive, but gets a good delivery, so you've got to respect the good deliveries.
Yes, middle note, Matty Hallis. That's a good line and length there.
So for those of you watching on PTV Channel O, on the other ground,
Short got up.
the Grammar Blazers ended up on about 96 odd.
Yeah, a little bit. I was talking to the skipper of the Grammar Blazers, Zach Beveridge. Zach obviously would have liked more of their total, but was happy that they scrambled to that, given the fact that they had a bit of a possession of wickets.
A few wickets early. But again, just like here with the Aztecs and the Rockets, there's runs on the board, so the other team has to chase.
I will say this though, Dean, it's good to see bowlers in the game. I think we do tend to focus a lot on batting, big hitting, but it's good to see the bowlers making the batsmen work.
So McCarthy on again from the city end.
Oh, a little bit short. Wilson's gone for the...
There's a man there. Just a single.
Yeah, he's
Good arm.
Yeah, good arm. Yeah, he's lining up that. He had that in his sights. Thought it was in the wheelhouse for the mid-wicket boundary, but didn't get onto it.
Now, it wouldn't surprise me if McCarthy doesn't bowl his 4 straight up, then goes and sits in the shed, because in the Murdoch's lawyers DDBBL, we can field 12.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. Falling flicked off his toes. That
Oh,
didn't
there's a
quite
man there.
carry.
down to square leg. Shawnee just angling into the feet of the left-hander, and he's just picked it up nicely, but just for the one.
I think you'll learn from that though. There might be play that one in front of square next time.
One thing with Anderson, the left-hander, he does tend to get a bit of bottom hand on that leg
Yeah,
side.
absolutely.
So there's a little bit uppish activity happening there. Oh, inside edge, the old French cut. Chris gone big.
Looks like some good fielding out there.
Well fielded and just through for the two.
Were you much on the French cut or the draw shot?
I'd claim it, but it was never intended. More often than not, it was just a damn good ball that beat me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just glad it got wood on it. Shawnee
And not the stumps.
Yeah, not the stump wood. It's a lead.
Good respect there.
Chris certainly has given the impression he's taking the bowling attack on. I think he's going to be the one that puts a foot down more so than Anderson at the other end, although they both played aggressively. Starting to see the bit of the sun down.
Yeah, a bit more sun, bit less wind.
Straight off the pad.
Yeah, I think if that came off wood, that would have gone a bit further than just to the keeper, so good umpiring. So obviously in the power play, Tony, we've only 2 out, so the 2 openers will take advantage of that.
Well, it seems to be the common thread with the game nowadays. Get on with it early, get some boundaries on, get the run rate up. And that's gone over mid-wicket.
There's no one out there.
It's plugged again.
Another little 9-iron.
Yes. The outfield is holding up just a fraction. Have to repair the divots, boys.
Into McCarthy's second over. No wicket down. We still don't have a score, but I'm tipping it's probably about 16.
Yes. The app doesn't seem to update at the moment, which is a bit disappointing.
We might have to start scoring ourselves here.
The old tally marks on the table. Matty Hallis on again. Anderson on strike. So it's fair to say Matty had the wood on young Anderson late in the over, last over. Had a little bit of nip about it.
Yeah, nice short ball.
Getting the ball up, Matt. He's only a short stature of a man, but he gets the ball up there a little bit. This pitch is actually bouncing quite nicely for him. And I must say, Anderson's not afraid to take him on. He's shaping up to play the hook or the pull. Full of ball. No run.
Yeah, Anderson looks like he's got all the shots. He just needs to start connecting with a few.
Anderson probably just needs to concentrate on the single here just to rotate the strike a little bit. Just can't get it past point. He's probably getting it bogged in a little bit here and giving Matty an opportunity.
Luke's ringing in the field change.
You'd think the short ball might be coming. Could be old reverse Malachi yet. that's soft. That's out.
Yep.
He basically just guided that
That was catching practice there at backward point.
backward point, square gully, whatever you like. It was just, yes, no real challenge. You'd be disappointed with that. The young fella, he looked like he could go on with it, and I'm sure that the Aztecs would have appreciated him staying out a little bit longer.
It looked like a slower delivery from Hallis. Just held up in the wicket and Anderson guided it straight to the fielder.
Still think there's a lot to look forward to with young Anderson as a batsman there, Dan. I think he's in his spot.
Looks like he's got a good technique, doesn't he? We'll get that hair tied back for next hit.
He could be a factor. Not exactly sweating your eyes is a problem today.
Just wait till we play down in Gatton, mate.
Well,
The
now
humidity.
we've got the evergreen punter.
Paulie Lockall is coming in off the kitchen duties.
Yeah, he's probably secretly got his check pants under that uniform.
Absolutely, just to keep warm.
Punter will be keen to make amends after that little bit of a fumble in the field earlier. He's a wily competitor, the punter.
Been around Toowoomba cricket and indoor cricket for a long time as well.
And represented the nation in indoor cricket. Just a competitor all around. You see him ease into the role here, I think. I've had the privilege of playing a bit with over 40s and punter. Well played.
It's a good over here from Hallis.
Matty's actually really stepped up a notch this over, hasn't he?
Yeah, putting the pressure back onto the bat.
Well, more balls in the right area, I think, and it's forced the wicket. Might take a couple of balls for punter just to get used to the deck here. Just that little bit of ageing eyes. Just a little bit slower.
Yeah, I think he's got time though.
Your two experienced campaigners at the crease, Dan.
Bowling change.
We have the answer. We've got Shawnee only getting through 2, so obviously he's got 2 to go.
So same field again, ring field, but we've got a deep mid wicket and a deep long off for Wilson.
Pretty much regulation everywhere else. Short ball.
no.
Sat up a bit there. It was a bit of a loosener. Chris really didn't get onto it. I think it caught him by surprise as well.
Yeah, Chris's feet were in concrete then. They went nowhere. The ball nearly popped straight back up to the bowler.
New tactic in the bowling repertoire. Short, slow and wide.
Yeah,
Caught him by surprise.
that's a wicket ball if ever I've seen one.
Now Fuller. Better delivery. All from the shoulder, this young fella. He's fairly broad across the shoulders, and it's all coming from there.
I might be wrong, but I think from here, from our commentary box at Captain Cook 7, that's Lachlan Velicott bowling.
Bit of an athlete, Lockie. Footballer of some note. Oh, short. Short and slow again. He's gone. Chris missed that opportunity, unfortunately. Mightn't be quite straightforward to bat on there, Dan. Maybe
Bit too paced.
Bit too paced.
Yep.
Might be having a factor.
The crowd continues to grow here at Captain Cook. If you're anywhere within the vicinity, get down.
Still some parking available. There's a full culinary service out the back here with steaks, sausages, steakettes.
Yeah, good.
The bar open.
No pea and ham soup.
Well, I must admit, we've
We'll have to work on the coffee
we'll
for
have
you
to
next
work.
season, Barry.
Yes, who'd have thought the PM soup would have been useful?
Yeah, good shot from Wilson.
He got onto it finally. Pulled up inside the boundary by the fielder. Ran a safe too.
Now we back up this afternoon for the Valley Raptors and the Live White Lightning.
Yes, there's obviously 3 games for the day. We double up on 6. I've been reliably informed from the curator that 7's probably a little bit harder pitch than 6.
Right.
No, my apologies. 6 is harder than 7. My apologies. So we actually, oh look, a bit of confusion, but
Probably a good call there from Wilson to send Lockel back. And
He's-
Velicot's first over.
the boys have probably got to get their calling and running a little bit sorted out here now. They're not exactly whippets between the wickets, but
Yeah, well, we'll make sure that they have a hopper frame for later on when they come off.
maybe we need the Aidacare mobility scooter.
If Chris runs any more twos, he'll be straight on it.
We might have to see if we can put that into the rules actually, that we can have a mobility scooter on the field for these older players.
To cart them off after they run a 3, you reckon?
Absolutely, or we could incorporate it in their running between wickets so they can hop on the scooter.
So it looks like Hallis is continuing from the chicken shop end.
Could do a bit of chicken, Dan.
Someone said to me earlier you can't just call it the Super Rooster end, right? Because there's a few other chicken shops in that direction, so
Oh. So we haven't got a breach of contract, have we?
no, but if any of them would like to bring us a 3-piece feed.
We're welcome with open arms.
Oh, that's short.
Shorter ball. Maddie's,
Wilson works it around just for a single.
Maddie's just a little bit short there, and Chris got onto it reasonably well. Still finding the pace of the wicket, Chris. I think he's going to, if he can get in and stay in and get used to the deck, he's going to show us his full array of shots. Oh, squared him up a little bit there and beat him for pace, do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think so. Might be a bit of movement on offer there for Hallis too.
I did notice the pitch has been scarified, and the surface is not, as you say, a traditional wicket would be early in the season. Whether that's offering a little bit of sideways for the bowlers.
Yeah, I think the spinners would probably benefit from that the most, won't they?
You'd think so. Ball doesn't really get worn in T20 cricket, so there's usually a seam to work on.
Nice shot from Lockel. There's no one down at third man. That'll go for 4.
That's a classic cricket shot. Classic square drive from Paulie Lockel.
Replay thanks to Smart Move Conveyancing. It's good to see the fielders chasing hard.
Nice shot. Square cut. Can't beat a good square cut.
Goes again.
Bit pace to work on. There's a quick single here. The fumble, it's almost like a short third man deep backward point. It's a run saving position really. It's not really a catching position as such, is it, Dan? But
No. Yeah, deep third man and a short third man for the Rockets. They've done their homework obviously on Lockle. He likes it through that area. Now it looks like, you know, 2 back for Wilson. Could be short.
Slow full ball. Interesting. I think Chris was sort of sitting back waiting there a little bit, thinking it was going to be in the wheelhouse for a...
Yeah, Chris was eyeing off the Hastings steering cat signs then.
I believe. He thought they were fair game. Matty showed him he had a little bit of variation there. Let's see what the next delivery's got. A little bit more pace on that. A little bit shorter in length, and Chris has sort of gone for the big Harry Hoyk. Didn't work for him.
Now what is the prize for hitting the sign, Tone?
Oh, cash prize. I believe it's 500.
Yeah, righto. Well, Chris has just had 3 goes in that over at hitting it, so it could be in trouble this afternoon. That's the end of the power play.
It'd be really nice to have a total. I might just go for a wee walk for everyone, and I'll be back. See if we can get a score here.
Looks like it's Velicott on again from the city end. Bowling his second over. His first over is a bit short, so it'll be interesting to see if his areas improve. Short to begin with again there. Lockle looked to play a bit of an uppercut over backward point. So far it's paying off for Velicott, the short pitch deliveries. Just wait for that wind to go down, mate. How'd we go?
1 for 25 of 6.
Alright.
Chasing 142.
Bit of work to be done here by the Aztecs.
Deep point coming around. Just a single. I've been reliably informed if I hop on the My Cricket website we might have an update.
Alright. My Cricket website's working, but the app is a bit sketchy, hey?
Yes. Have it. It'll be nigh on a miracle if I find the website and get this to work, Brian. But
It's not on the Elders website, just quietly.
that's a shame. They need to upgrade. Chris's feet a little bit stuck again there, Dan. He's looking to reach for that ball a bit. But
Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of pace off from Velicott and those feet just aren't moving. Another dot ball from Velicott. I think it's time for one of these fellas to start getting moving, eh?
yeah, we could probably afford someone to open the shoulders a little bit, give a bit of momentum here. He's hasn't quite got onto that.
Again, picked out the space between 3 fielders.
Safely say a sand wedge. Barely got out of the 30-metre circle, but a eluded, as you said, 3 players. Takes some skill to do that, dude.
Absolutely. You're right, probably would have hit it straight up the chimney, straight to one of the fielders, but Chris has got the luck of the Irish.
I know, if it was me, I probably got hit in the groin.
Next best option. So, change of bowler from the chicken shop end. We've got Hamal Shah coming on with his wily little, what are they, offies, leggies, mystery spin.
Yeah, Hamill's got an interesting technique with the delivery. He's got a bit of elbow, a bit of wrist, a bit of subcontinent all round, really. Going to ask questions of the batsman. You can see in the warm-up there, he's got that characteristic subcontinent
Little flick.
The Muralitharan, Muraliduran.
Now, I've seen Chris play the sweep, so they haven't protected the sweep, so it'll be interesting what the tactics here from the batter are. See a couple or put him under pressure straight away.
Hamill's bowling into the pitch there a bit, back a length, stump height, worked behind point.
Come back for 2 then.
2 there. Hamill bowls with a little bit of pace on it, gives a chance for the batsman to work the ball behind square.
Yeah, such a quick outfield. All you need is a little bit of bat on it.
He threw that one up a bit. He's offering Chris to come down the wicket to him. He didn't take it, and it beat him.
Beat everyone there, boys. Signalled by the umpire.
Too good a delivery, Dan.
Might have been a bit of turn and bounce.
Oh, asking questions again. A little bit wide.
Nice ball outside off. All Lachlan needs to do is beat those 2 fielders behind point, and
So Hamill's got a deep mid-wicket. He's got a deepish mid-on. Deepish mid-off. Fairly tight oval from Hamill so far.
yeah, just the 3 off it so far.
I've had a breakthrough with the technology, which is very unusual for me. And if I actually had my reading glasses, a little bit short. Oh, the run out's on. Just a bit comfortable, Chris Wilson there. He's finding the stride out a bit there. It's almost like he was carrying a bit of an injury.
Yeah, a couple of short hamstrings on the big fella.
Short hamstring on a long leg. So, a bit of a summary for people. Hip Pocket Rockets batted first in this particular game. 8 for 142. Blake Anderson 38, Luke Neal 38. And Harry Sipple 3 for 21 for the Aztecs bowling. Luke Pollock 2 for 39. Aidacare response at the moment. We're waiting for the update. Was 1 for 30. We've just had another fall wicket. And those of you interested, Grammar Blazers 9 for 94 in their first innings with Mitch Doolan 47. Paul Toohey 4 for 17. Evergreen Paul Toohey.
Yeah, old fox.
JJ Ryan 2 for 11. And in response, the Rob Scan Knight Riders 2 for 57. Chris Gillum, quick fire 42. Swashbuckling, I would imagine.
Wow. That was all the cheering that was going on earlier.
Yes.
So Luke Pollock's the new batter. He's in the non-striker's end. So Bellicott comes on for his third over from the city end. I'll give you the hot tip. Bellicott won't want to bowl short to Luke Pollock.
No, and I'd say there's probably a little bit of rivalry here between these pairs, both playing down in the Ipswich comp.
Good areas.
So the updated score's 2 for 30 at the Aztecs. Paulie Lockle's unusual shot.
Looks like he gloved that one to mid-wicket. Got up a bit high on him.
Yeah, it appears he sort of didn't quite middle it there. Good to see the sun out, Dan.
It's turning into a lovely day.
Oh,
Great start from Paul. Straight to third man.
basically just ran his wrists over that ball and still came off with reasonable pace, straight down to the third man.
Now, Tony, you're talking about all this sunshine. What is going on with these clouds?
It's supposed to be an unsettled day tomorrow. I'm looking at rain at the back end of the week again. I think La Nina's here. All these locals just putting that through mid-wicket uppishly through for the single.
Well, La Nina was definitely here at the end of the week. I was travelling far western Queensland and had to do a few detours due to the floodwater out there.
Apparently good falls of rain out west. But we've got to remember the country was dry for a long time.
It certainly was. It's looking beautiful at the moment.
Lukey failed to get bat on ball there. Disappointed, the big fella. The Aidacare Aztecs have just sort of settle in their routine here, rotating the strike. Dan, I think just keep working it around.
With guys like Luke Pollock, they can catch up their scoring rate. Just need to work with singles.
Plenty of area out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Hamel Shah on again for the his second over.
Doesn't look like it stayed a bit lower. Might have been his doosra. Flipped out the front of the hand and...
Yep. Or it could have been just a bit of oil and fat left on his hand from the fish and chip shop. Just slipped out of the grip.
That's a rough chat from you.
Failing to break the field there, punter. You wouldn't be happy with that. He knows what he's got to do. He's a very experienced cricketer. Hamel's asking a few questions. Threw that one up.
Oh, poor fielding.
Straight through the gate. Sydney Harbour bridged it.
That was a much needed boundary from the Aztecs. Lukey Neal, the skipper, would be disappointed with that fielding effort.
I'm surprised there's not a bit of feet stomping going on there. Oh, quicker delivery. Upwards of medium pace there.
That was his comeback ball after the frustrating last delivery.
Yes.
Putting another man out onto the... Oh, he's halfway to the fence at mid-wicket.
The glide still on at third man if Punter can. A bit of width to work with. Day, it's full and straight. It's a good comeback from Hamill.
Only 4 off that over. Gonna need to start upping the scoring rate. Vellicott looks like he's going to bowl out, so...
So we've still got Shawnee McCarthy's got 2 up his sleeve. I think Matty Hallis
He's got 1 left.
has got 1 left.
I need to find a few other overs from 1 or 2 other bowlers here. Blake Anderson might roll his arm over.
I think the opportunities will come here with the bowling lineup from the Rockets. Opportunities to score runs, that is. The single down the long off. There's plenty of firepower, you're saying, in the lineup from the Aztecs, Dan?
Yeah, there's a few younger fellas a bit lower in the order that can hit a ball.
Full
Oh,
wide.
that was a bit quick. I reckon he hit the ground then.
Didn't sound that convincing, did it? It was well fielded by the wicketkeeper. Said Cody's got to stretch a long way. There's only 3/4 of him.
Cody or Brandon?
Well,
Still haven't worked it out.
no.
And they might both be playing for the Rockets today.
We could join their names together.
Unbelievable fielding from Nathan Sazalka there. He's come out of retirement to play in the competition this year.
The crowd appreciated it too, do you?
Absolutely. What an effort for the Hip Pocket Rockets.
Appreciated the effort he went to there to stop that delivery, or that ball. Plenty of risks there.
Clipped off his leg to deep mid wicket just for a single.
Yeah. Just easing into his work too, Luke Pollard.
I think he might want to just camp on his bat down that end and face the spinner next over. Where'd you park your car? In the firing line?
Danger zone.
Yep.
Past the haste endearing sign.
Yeah, no prize for hitting the car.
Well, if it's my car, I might have to send them a bill.
So Vellicott with the breakthrough for the Hip Pocket Rockets. Let's pull Lockall back to the sheds. The old you miss I hit trick again.
Full and straight. I'm being sledged in the commentary box here. I think none other than Kieran Gibbs.
It looks like Kieran's not padded up either, so... Harry Sipple's the new batter for the Aidacare Aztecs. Fresh off his threefer.
He's had an impact in the game already, so...
He walks out to bat a bit like his brother and his old man too.
oh, look, there's... yeah. Cut from the same log.
Right arm off spin, left-handed bat.
So they'll clone.
Yeah, it's a good 2.5 hour trip out of the South Burnett.
It's good to see you have players coming from that distance to play the comp. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for a young fellow like Harry Sipple, playing in this sort of competition against bowlers of the quality of Lachlan Bellicott and Sean McCarthy and playing with the likes of Kieran Gibbs, you know, it's only going to improve his cricket going forward.
Yeah, it's something to take home. I imagine he's playing in the Mergen comp.
I think young Harry might be playing up at Gympie this year.
Gympie.
Definitely Mergen last year.
Yeah, he's got all the hallmarks of a pretty handy cricketer. Worked that one nicely off his legs to get on the board. Bit of field movement, a bit of changing going on here. We've got left-handers obviously brought some changes on the field.
Mal from the chicken shop end again. This is his third over.
I've got to be honest, Ian, I thought they might have held on to Mal to bowl out the other two at the end with Shawnee McCarthy and Pears.
That's why we're in this box, mate, not out there.
Exactly right.
Nice glove work from Brandon Walker. Hamal just tossing it up, beat the outside edge.
I'll ask Cody Walker.
Yeah. I think Cody's taller, isn't he?
Oh, I think there's a good 5 millimetres in it. Oh. What's Hamill doing? Is it turn?
It's got to be. Might be turning it square.
Asking a few questions of young Harry Sipple. Hasn't got wood on it yet.
Sounded like a big wicket over on that other field.
Yeah, bit of action. Not the single.
See the wrists on that shot then?
Yeah, quite risky, wasn't it?
Alright, so here's a matchup. Hamal Shah versus Luke Pollock.
Sort of been waiting for this one a little bit, Dan. I think Luke's nature is he'll want to get on top. Hamal Shah.
Very wisely, Hamal has just put his long on and long off back onto the fence.
So a bit of an update from the score, just refreshing.
Good run.
Yeah, 3 for 42. The Robscan Knight Riders against the Grammar Blazers. 4 for 72. Might be in the wicket of Alex Welsh, we heard.
Oh, that's coming to us.
Plenty of high.
Well caught.
It's a high catch.
Replay here for Smart Move Conveyancing. Very uppishly, straight up the chimney. He knew it as soon as he hit it.
You just didn't quite get enough on it. There you go, Gary Sipple. He's disappointed, obviously, but he's got a lot on Aztec side.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a good season in front of him with the Aztecs. So the new batter going out, Sam Healy.
Sam seems to be a solid lad. Obviously going to impact on the game, one would hope.
Keeper batsman. Applying his trade down in Brizzy now.
Okay. Oh, the last name Healy. What could go wrong?
There's a couple of Healy's keeper batsmen in this comp this year.
They're all around everywhere.
Healy's and Sipples and Andersons.
Yes.
Captain's brought himself on to bowl.
So Lukey's obviously Luke Neal's pace off, little sliders. Can be difficult to get away if he finds his line of length early. See Sam's got to offer now. First delivery.
Nice shot for a single out point.
As it was. Just didn't go too hard at it, just pushed it through point. Sam off the mark early. That's always a good sign.
And gets the experienced Luke Pollock back on strike.
Wide ball. Down leg side. I don't recall a lot of extras being bowled today.
There was a couple in the first innings. The Rockets have been a bit more disciplined. Lukey Pollock bowled a couple of wides early doors.
That has gone large.
That is a big hit.
Luke.
Look out in the crowd.
Luke Pollock has just shown what he's capable of. He's dispatched Luke Neal.
The replay, thanks to Smart Move Conveyancing. He saw what he dished up. The crowd was running for cover.
That was full of authority, wasn't it? That was just straight out power. He's a strong lad, Luke Pollock, and he's showed there just so much forearm strength. He's just dispatched that into the next ground. It wasn't all that short neither.
Yeah, good length delivery in the slot.
Oh, pace off delivery.
Oh, a wide.
Wide. It was a good reply from Luke, except it was obviously a bit wide, but pace off option there caught Luke Pollock out a little bit.
I don't think he wanted to go the distance again.
No, Oh. So it was a full length, full pitch delivery, didn't even bounce. Luke Pollock.
And he's called it a no ball.
He's called it a no ball, free hit. Oh my goodness.
That's why Luke was so keen to get back on strike. Free hit here.
Free hit. Are we handing helmets out in the crowd yet?
Look out for the small children in the crowd, please.
Oh. Wasn't a bad delivery, and as it turned out, Luke Pollock is looking threatening, Dan. I just hope for the Aztecs he can stay around for a little while. I think it'll be entertaining cricket to watch.
Yeah, if he bats deep, then it's a good run chase here.
Oh, the outside edge there, past short third man, deep gully, whatever you like to call it. They ran two as well, run actually.
Good run, yeah.
Matty Hallis is a
He's got one of the stronger arms.
strong arm and capable fielder, and he's chased it down, but the boys got two. Another pace-off delivery, sharp single, pretty easy in the end. It's good batting by Sam Healy.
This over seems like it's gone for a while, Tone. Couple of extras in this over.
sort of. Oh, Luke winding up again. He just didn't quite get it. Wasn't quite the length he was looking for. Geez, he's looking dangerous.
Out off pace into the wicket delivery.
I hope I don't put the commentator's curse on him. Aztecs 4 for 60 in reply to the 142 put on the board by the hip pocket Rockets.
What over are we looking at here?
I wish I knew.
So Hamal's bowling out. Starts his 4th over from the chicken shop end.
Aha.
And Luke's taken a couple of really good looks at the Hastings Deer and Cat sign. They're in trouble if Luke hits this ball.
If that sign had feelings, it'd be nervous. Oh, shorter dart.
Hamal's got protection out there. There's 3 men out on the leg side, so it'd be interesting if he's got the courage to throw one up.
I just flat batted out mid wicket, forward square for 1 Pollock.
Easy single. A left-right combination here.
So 13 overs to answer your question, Dan. This should be the 14. So there is a bit of a need to put the accelerator down. Sam Healy just chipping it over mid-on there. For 1, Pollock back on strike. Straight to cover.
Well run by
Easy
Pollock.
Easy run there. Well done. So obviously the hip pocket Rockets are trying to tighten things up a bit here, sensing that the Aztecs have got to get on with it. That's a quality
That's coming
hit.
to you, Tone.
Well done, Sam Healy. 1 bounce over the boundary.
The fielder only had a few metres to move then, but it was hit well. And for the Aztecs, a few more of those are probably needed.
We see this though, like there was an answer.
Really well taken by Walker.
That was a quality take. They're as hard as you can get.
Replay for smart move conveyancing. Great camera work.
It was quality.
No doubt about it.
Quality. He really bowled it quick and flat and caught the outside edge, unfortunately for Sam Healy. Sam looked like he was just going to start opening the shoulders as well.
Alright, replacing Healy is our country pick, Hayden Clyden. Hailing out of Gatton.
Gatton local. There's a chance for the young fella to actually make his mark.
He was out in the paddock cutting broccoli off the stems this morning.
So he did a bit of work this morning. So is he a veggie farmer from Gatton?
Everyone from Gatton's a veggie farmer, aren't they?
Gatton, where would we be without the veggies?
And so we head to Gatton round 2.
Round 2.
Down at Carl Park.
Gatton always hosts a pretty good couple of games down there. They've got good facilities, good fields.
The Valley Raptors have the evening game down at Carl Park, so the locals will be out in force to watch the Raptors.
A boisterous local, I'd say. They never shy on putting on a show, the Gatton locals. Shawnee McCarthy back in business. Quick single.
And did I hear the story right that Lance Pollock's putting on a free schooner for every local that shows their Gatton postcode that enter Carl Park? Or did I make that one up?
Well, even if you did make it up, I'm happy to run with it.
How do we get a Gatton postcode on our licence before then?
I could arrange a few stick-ons. I'm sure we could get the printing machine out. I'd rather the schooner than a free bale of hay.
Oh,
Shawnee.
genuine edge through first slip. It's safe to say that young Clyden probably hasn't seen Sean McCarthy before.
I'd say you're very safe to say he wouldn't have seen the quality bowling that he's facing there at the moment. See what Luke Pollock can do. It's a big ask for him now to try and get on top of Sean and come down the wicket to him a little bit, looking for an opportunity. Just dug it out in through cover. See what the young fella can do now. Oh, unfortunately.
The right intention, just wrong application. Sean McCarthy picks up another one.
Yeah, Shawnee falling straight. Does the damage. The smart move conveyancing replay shows it all.
That middle stump was bent back.
Number 11, Dean.
Will Peasley McFarlane grew up playing cricket with one Chris Lynn.
So he would have witnessed a bit of bashing.
Well, for the Aztecs' sake, let's hope this is the long-lost Bash brother.
Yes, the Brendan McCullum lookalike.
And Chris Lynn will be playing down at Adelaide this BBL season.
It's interesting, isn't it?
There's a bit of movement going on
Bit of
between
change up.
clubs. And what did you think of the BBL copying the DDBBL with the draft?
It's interesting. It's nice to be pace setters.
It is.
And little old Toowoomba. Oh, wicket claim.
Yeah, Ricky Ponting actually called him earlier. Just asked me for any tips for the draft.
Oh, interesting. That's good. When you had the foresight to do that, Dan, you could walk him through a few obstacles.
I'll tell you what, just quietly, I hope this tent's tied down because it's picking up in the breeze and
Yes.
it'll soon blow to Mount Kynock at this rate.
I'm tipping there's better days ahead with the DDBBL as far as weather. Cricket season in September on the Downs. Oh,
Oh, what
Sean
was
McCarthy.
that, Luke?
Full straight, unfortunately. It just looked like bowled him round his legs, was it?
I think he was trying to nurdle that one through the vacant fine leg. McCarthy picks up another wicket. Aztecs are in all sorts.
Yes, the consistency of Shawnee McCarthy showing up, but the head pocket side in general have bowled fairly well. Unfortunately for the Aztecs, they just haven't been able to put a partnership together here.
Number 4 walks to the crease. Nick O'Neill. He's going straight to bows for men after this.
Yes, mate. Look, honestly, he's really channeling the late 70s, early 80s there. With that hairdo.
I reckon we could turn it into, some dreadlocks.
Yeah, absolutely. Like lead singer of Bon Jovi almost. Like there's
Without the entourage.
without it. Yeah, no, look. I don't know how he got his helmet on. Let's hope he can put it to good use.
So Luke's turned himself around. It's coming from the chicken shop end.
A bit of a stutter in the run up there, Lukey. We won't see him in the Toowoomba comp this year, I understand.
Is that right?
I think he's Brisbane bound. The word on the street.
Yeah, okay. Following his brother down there.
Yes, I understand.
Good luck to him.
Short, wide, pushed into the covers for 1.
We got an update around the grounds. I nearly think that the Rob Scan Night Riders have chased that total down, unless they've fallen into a heap.
You nearly think so, actually.
Let's have a score update on PTV Channel O thanks to
Chris
Aidacare.
Gillum tried to get it done fairly early in the piece. His philosophy with chasing is go hard, go early.
Good full delivery from Luke Neal.
Well, I've got 7 for 85.
Whew, that's going down to the wire.
Chasing 94.
He's taken all those wickets.
It's quite interesting that there's a bit of pressure in the camp there.
Another dot from Luke.
Low scoring game, and yet it's still on to the going to the wire. So just looking for the update here.
Oh, direct hit and he would have been in trouble.
Alex Welsh, the evergreen Alex Welsh, bowling for Grammar, has returned the figures of 5 for 4 off 4.
Wowzers. That's... Give the man a heat contract.
And here he was complaining of bung knees.
So by my reckoning, that's 9 wickets to slow bowlers on that field today. Paul Tui taking 4 for and
Paul Tui 4 for, Alex Welsh 5 for.
left arm slow finger spinners. So we must be down to nearly the end here. We might need to employ a young fellow in the second game to run scores to us, I think, Tony.
Yeah, for the viewers, for sure. Or the listeners.
I'll set up the on-board score.
game between Rob Scan and Grammar Blazers.
Nicely played. Now Will, Peasley, McFarlane, Sean McCarthy, very hard to get away. No one has the courage to ramp him over the keeper's head.
We haven't seen a ramp today. A bit early, you think?
Yeah, I think it's coming out in the second game.
So what do the Aztecs get out of this now, mate, in your opinion, as team owner?
Well, I think it's important that we move forward in this competition. You know, we put a good bowling display up. We need to work on a couple of the grips. We welcome back some big guns next week, though. So Aidan Watterson, Samson Ryan, Andre Odendale, Connor Robson, they should all be back next week. So
It'll be a totally different side, pretty much, on the patch.
yeah, you know, those four guys are probably all batting in the top 7. Of course, the Aztecs unfortunately are missing Jared Sipple, who was their #1 draft pick for the season. A couple of days after the draft, he was getting out of the way of a cow on the dairy and ended up doing his knees out for a fair while. So we wish Jared the best. He'll be tuning in to watch his younger brother today.
I'm actually I'm surprised that they didn't actually have a media release on that with something a bit more flamboyant, like perhaps cutting a move on the dance floor. You know, Jared might
Have you seen him move?
but it would explain.
I think Jared's got 2 steps, hasn't he? One to mid-wicket and one to cover.
He would have, you know, like, it would have made a better story, I would have thought, just slipping on some
At least it wasn't
spilled drinks and pops on the floor.
Wasn't slipping in the shower, mate. So
In the shower.
yeah, as a guess, I reckon this might be the last over of the innings.
And it'd be getting close. Just going
Luke
for my
Neal.
update.
Coming on from the chicken shop end.
Just looking
Or
down.
played for a single.
The chicken shop end doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it?
No.
So we're coming to a close of the innings. Just going for the update now. Seven for 79. The Aztecs are in reply. Through mid-wicket. Will's got the physique that gives you an impression he could tonk a ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Right conditions. He'll definitely go large later in the comp. Take nothing away from the Hip Pockets bowling performance though. They've been very disciplined, not a lot of extras, taken wickets at handy times.
Yes. No, they'll be happy that they've got, you know, a good performance out first up in the comp.
Defending premiers as well, so that, you know, everyone's chasing them.
Yeah, well, this is right. Like, they've been, in the 2 completed seasons to date, they've been finals, well, outright winners in the second season and finals contenders in the first, so they have been pretty consistent. his bowling line and length there again. Finish all.
So we're covering the Live Wire Lightning and Valley Raptors this afternoon on PTV Channel O. Expansive shot from Nick O'Neill.
Just trying to open it up there. It's such a short game, this T20 cricket. You haven't got a lot of room for error, have you?
No, you sort of got to get going from the beginning. You don't really have 2 or 3 overs to just look at it. And you know, when I look around the Aztecs side, as many other sides, there's a lot of new players that haven't played DDBBL before, so this is a learning experience for them. I hope they just enjoy playing.
It takes a bit to get your head around the actual T20 concept and the tactics that comes into the game. And you'll hear comments like, and I know it comes from none other than my brother Justin, that it's the one-on-one matchups throughout the game that contribute heavily to the outcome. They've got the 2 there. It's good running. So we've got Matty Hellis back on.
So the Hastings Deering Cat signs have been safe in this game.
It appears that. We will be bringing a 3rd sign in for the last game. Off the other field.
On the front of a D9 dozer.
Wow. Wouldn't that be nice? What a spectacle. Imagine if we could have the full array of gear, like an excavator and a scraper.
A dump truck.
We could add actually more points if they could get into the bucket of the dump truck.
Yeah. It's bad enough my kids riding mobility scooters around the field, let alone having dump trucks here, mate.
Yes. I must admit I'm a proud owner of a Caterpillar skid steer. I'll be lost without it.
Just drive it back and forward to the mailbox, check the mail in the morning, do you?
Oh.
Nice shot from Nick O'Neill.
Yeah. Pretend I'm a dozer. It's a good shot. He's not going to leave anything in the shed, this young fellow. He's actually going out. He's playing his shots. It's actually good to see.
Barry's just handed me a note here. So live replays of this and all the other games will be available on PTV Channel O on their YouTube side from Tuesday. Another nice shot from O'Neill. There's a guy out there though. Only a single.
Hard to do much else with it, but he got onto it. There's no need about it. I like the look of this young fella, and it's not just the hair.
Yeah.
This he's willing to play his shots.
Aggressive lower order batsman.
Don't know much about him coming into the comp. Dan, have you, in your research with your side, did you?
Yeah, so Nick O'Neill played for Highfields Railways for a couple of seasons before moving down to Redlands to play his trade and grade cricket as an off spinner.
Interesting.
So 2 overs ago when I said this is the last over, obviously wasn't quite accurate. All right, but
in your defence, we haven't had very regular updates.
no. Regan Liebke's coming on to bowl. So once again, I'd like to thank the sponsors, the Murdoch Lawyers team, Hastings Deering, PTV Channel O, Have I missed anyone else? Power FM?
Power FM.
Starts off with a wide.
All been here since the onset of the competition, which is fantastic. Bit slow to load these. So the Aztecs 7 for 90, chasing the 142. Oh, he's got onto that.
Ooh, make that 8 for 90.
8 for 90. Well, it's the right idea though, Dan. There's no doubt about it. You had to go for it.
And that man out on the sideline, thanks to smart move conveyancing, did not have to move a step. He picked him out a metre either side of him and it would have gone the distance.
Just waiting for it to upgrade now.
Talking about hair, it'll be hard to pick these two out. Look at the locks on this young fella.
I think we need to put in an official complaint with this batting order that we need to split these guys up.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for the numbers on the back of the shirts, we'd be in strife.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's all we can hope for is the numbers.
This is Harry Engel coming out to bat, so he's a tradie. What tradies have long hairs? Plumbers?
The guy in the ad on TV with the cosmetics at the moment. I must admit it doesn't look quite right, but it's yeah. He is a tradie. We could incorporate a bit of fluoro into the uniform to cover the tradies.
Reckon we
Reflective
look
strip.
at Blue Dog Sports next season for some high-vis yellow.
High-vis yellow or reflective strips. Just
Get all the boys working in the warehouse before they come out to play.
oh, it's something to think of. Well, there appears to be an outcome in that Rob Scan Blazers game.
I'm tipping by the noise that we just heard, the Grammar Blazers might have just taken another wicket. Good death bowling here from young Regan Liebke. He was the Hip Pockets under-18 draft selection.
So this is this young Chris Liebke's son, is it?
Yep.
Very slow to load. Appears to be a bit of a problem on the loading up on the net at the moment, but
Might have to have a chat to one of the phone providers, Tony. That's a nice shot into the gap.
that was a very nice cricket shot. Lofted cover drive. I see Shawnee McCarthy sporting the number 70 on his back. I just hope it doesn't reflect his age or his year of birth.
Might be how he feels after bowling 4 overs.
Maybe it's the amount of sleep he's had in the last 2 years with young kids.
And that's the end of the innings. Good win for the Rockets. They'll take a lot out of this moving into the competition. The Brains Trust all heading out onto the field.
Yes, there's quite a entourage with the Rockets. I'm sure there's a lot of opinion and conversation to go on about the game there today.
And so, Tone, we're back at 2 o'clock for Raptors and Lightning. We'd run through a scorecard, but that seems a little bit difficult.
Well, and we might be able to get a summary update very quickly. This absolutely does load.
So McCarthy and Neal, Hallis, all really good with the ball. Probably bowled their way to victory for the Rockets today.
Well, I got 8 for 97 as the last score for the Aztecs. But if I can run through some figures, obviously, we've got so bowling for the Rockets. So you got Shawnee McCarthy, 4 overs, 2 wickets for 16. Matty Hallis had 4 overs, 1 for 18. The other wicket takers were Hamel Shah, 4 overs, 2 for 15. Well, bowl Hamel, net 1 wicket each to Lockie Vallicott and Regan Lipke. So that was the way it worked out in the bowling. And the batting for the Aztecs, well, obviously we've got a 17 there of 32 balls for Luke Pollock. Followed by 14 from Chris Wilson. So that guy's just starting to get into double figures there, and unfortunately just not been able to get along or get on with it. But 13 for Paulie Lockall. Plenty to work with though.
Yeah, absolutely. So a win for the Rockets for their first game, and just been reliably informed that the Blazers got up over the Rob Scan. After being not many for 50, the Blazers have pulled them back and bowled them out.
Well, a low scoring game, and it went right to the wire. Well, the Grammar Blazers would have to be happy with that, considering the fact that they didn't think that they had enough on the board to start with, but
Runs on the board pays off, doesn't it?
it certainly does.
All right, so we're back at 2 o'clock.
Back at 2.
We'll have a break and we'll see you then.
This broadcast of the DDBBL on PTV Channel O and Power FM special events brought to you by HM Mechanical in association with Aidacare, Smart Move Conveyancing and Live Wired Electrical.